Hello, everyone. We're nearing the Pentecost event this weekend. But before we get there, we get this great pericope in the Gospel of John after Jesus' resurrection, after he appears on the shores of the seashore to them, and after they eat breakfast, that he speaks with Peter. This is kind of Peter's reconciliation moment. And he asks him 3 times, Peter, do you love me? The first time he says, Peter, do you love me more than these? Each time Peter responds in the affirmative. This is almost how Peter's fear during the Passion causes him to deny Jesus 3 times. Now he affirms his love for him 3 times. There are two things that I find particularly that kind of stick out to me today. The first is Jesus says, do you love me more than these? Now he could probably be referring to different things there, probably maybe the other disciples, maybe the food he just ate. Whatever it is, this is a great question to each of us with Jesus. Do I love Jesus more than this or that? Even more than my mom or my dad? Even more than my brother, my sister? Jesus is first in our lives. He must be. Because it's God who made us, God who loved us into being and continues to love us into being. And when we are right ordered then, when our love for God is above all things. And when we put anything else before God, it becomes an idol. And not that love of our family members or friends is a bad thing. Actually, when we love God first, our love for other people, it becomes more right ordered. It can increase because our love for God is infinite. God gives us back infinitely the power to love. So that's one thing, is loving God first is so important for us as disciples. And the way that we can see whether or not we do that is, how is our time spent? Look at your calendar. Do I make time for God? Do I put him first in my weekly schedule, my monthly schedule, my daily schedule? It's pretty easy to see when we do and when we don't. The second thing is that he asks him this 3 times, and then he tells him to feed my lambs, feed my sheep. Love requires action. Love means willing the good of the other. It doesn't mean a feeling. It doesn't mean just a sentiment. Love is shown. If you want to, let someone else know that you love them, you don't only say that. You actually do things that indicate that. Let's ask the Lord today that we might put him above all things, love him first, and show that love in action in the things that we do.